Hello my friends and welcome to Flying Circus Models. This is the final part of my current project SPAD XIII from Roden file assembly. When Future dried on all decals, I started to highlight the panel lines using Tamiya brown panel line accent color. Then I glued machine guns and exhaust pipes to their places, because it will be very hard to do it with the upper wing installed. And I started to do some preparations for the rigging process. Using my small drill bits that I made from medical needles, I drilled small holes in the anchor point locations based on the aircraft plans and pictures. As the anchor points, I used 1/48 scale resin turnbuckles from Patch models, and I believe that 1/48 matches the scale much better than 1/32. And that's just in my opinion, because 1/32 is way too big. So we just need to cut those turnbuckles and glue them into the drilled holes. And the main thing to remember is to glue them with the right angle of the rigging line. Otherwise, the resin part can break because of the tension, or you will have a weird looking rigging. Then we need to cut a lot of small metal tube pieces, and I like to use 0.6 mm diameter brass tube from Albion Alloys. I can cut them just with a model knife or scalpel, and that's much faster than to use file and medical needles. I decided to complete the rigging for the central wing section struts prior the actual wing installation. Because easy line that I used is flexible and can stretch, I could do it without any problems and glue already rigged struts to the wings. Also, I drilled small holes in them for the other rigging lines. All struts were glued on their places, and I put the top wing on its place. Once the top wing was installed, I placed the model to the building jig, and the review video link you can find in the description, and started the rigging process. The process is pretty simple. Put the line through the brass tube piece, then through the anchor point or turnbuckle in our case. Fix it with super glue and repeat the whole process on the other side. You also can watch my how-to video about the rigging, with the only one difference: I'm using brass tube now instead of needles. Oh, and by the way, if you like my videos, please subscribe to the channel and support me on Patreon. You can use a special QR code to do it, and I will leave a link in the description. Thank you. And also I forgot to mention that I added small brass tube, 0.8 millimeter in diameter, to the bottom of the fuselage to imitate drain tube on the plane. As you can see, the whole wing rigging was completed, and I had to finish only the landing gear one. And again, the process is the same like on the wings. As usual, in order to add more realistic effects for the model, I used dry pigments on the wheels and bottom side of the fuselage, wings, footstep and tail section. The last and final touch is to glue the propeller. I thought I can make it free spin, but the shaft is much smaller than the hole in the plastic propeller, so I just glued it. And I can say that the model is completed. And as usual, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, press like button and leave your comments below. I read and reply to all of them. Also, if you would like to support my channel, you can do it on Patreon, where you can see my videos early. Also, I share some interesting pictures and stories there. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching and see you in the next builds.